Next in line is the 7th week video. So, what should you expect when your baby reaches week 7? Let's focus on the key points you need to pay attention to. I'll start explaining quickly without going off topic. With the 7th week, we have mentioned that your baby begins to socialize and that the first laughs may appear. Do not worry too much if this does not happen yet. It may occur in the following week. At week 7, your baby may show you their first intentional smile. During this period, your baby is strong enough to bring both hands together, hit objects, and hold their head upright while lying on their stomach. Babies are very sensitive to sound and will especially try to follow you horizontally across the room. They will try to turn toward your voice as much as possible and follow you visually as far as their vision allows. These are the things we expect from your baby at this stage. So, what are the situations where you should urgently see a doctor, seek help, or schedule another examination? If your baby has completed the 7th week but is not smiling, if your baby cannot bring both hands together, if your baby cannot hold their head while lying on their stomach, if they cannot lift and hold their head upright while lying down, or if your baby seems indifferent to sounds as if they do not perceive them, then you should definitely see a doctor and seek professional help. My recommendation is to visit your family physician first and have a routine checkup there. If an issue arises or if your family doctor anticipates a concern, you should then contact your pediatrician. We are in a very important week in terms of your baby's developmental milestones. Do you know why? From week 6 onward, babies start sleeping longer at night, which gives parents a sense of relief. In week 7, babies take their first steps toward understanding the difference between day and night. As this week progresses, your baby will begin sleeping more at night, and their daytime wakefulness will increase. I want to add a note here. We mentioned that during the first 3 days of the week, colic pain was absent and things were relatively calm. Between weeks 3 and 6, there is almost no difference between day and night, and colic pain may begin after a rapid growth spurt. Increased restlessness may occur due to various reasons, such as insufficient milk, which in turn may increase your own stress. These issues begin to resolve around week 7, which we said is very good news for you. As you know, these problems were at their peak between weeks 3 and 6. Now, starting from week 7, there are some steps we need to take to protect our own mental well-being. I have a few suggestions, and they apply to both mothers and fathers. Try to continue routines that you enjoy and that help reduce stress. You can do activities together or take turns. Until now, there were 2 parents, and now there is a new 3rd person or a 4th or 5th, depending on the family. Try to create family time by sharing baby care responsibilities between mother and father. You should have established a suitable work plan, with a clear division of responsibilities regarding who takes care of the baby, when, and how. A baby is a huge responsibility. If you want to care for your baby properly, both mother and father must be involved in some way. I also recommend planning properly so that your baby does not negatively affect your future financial situation. You should consider expenses related to parental needs or potential unemployment of one parent. From week 7 onward, natural birth control is no longer reliable. If you are not planning another baby, you should start using contraception, as this is an appropriate time. While breastfeeding does reduce fertility, it does not eliminate it, and unplanned pregnancies can occur without realizing it. Lastly, I repeat every week the importance of postpartum depression because it is truly a major issue. Please try to apply the recommendations I have shared about postpartum depression as much as possible. I especially recommend tummy time for your baby. As you know, tummy time was introduced in earlier weeks, and if you have not already done so, you should gradually increase it to 10 to 20 minutes. At first, start gently and let your baby experience it for 1 to 2 minutes. Your baby may find this strange at first, but gradually increase the duration to 10 and then 20 minutes. Tummy time can be done on a mat, a clean surface, a bed, or a breastfeeding pillow. It does not have to be done only on the floor. Do not think of it as something that must be done only while lying on the ground. Place your baby on their stomach, encourage them to lift their head, and repeat this regularly. You may skip some tummy time sessions, but consistency is important. If your baby becomes restless during tummy time, here is a tip. Stay close, do the exercise with them, try to understand how they move, look into their eyes, and communicate with them. Now that your baby is 7 weeks old, this will be easier. Regarding feeding, even if you have not yet found a perfect balance, it is not too late. Your baby is being fed sufficiently for routine monitoring. As a brief summary from the first week video about feeding, signs of adequate feeding include sufficient urine output, stool frequency, appropriate weight gain, and calmly falling asleep after feeding. Do not worry too much. These are indicators that your baby is feeding well, and things will gradually stabilize. As you know, colic pain can begin after the 3rd week. Colic does not simply mean gas pain. A high amount of lactose in milk can also cause discomfort. Therefore, if your baby has a low tolerance to cow's milk, not an allergy, but low tolerance, your consumption of dairy products may cause discomfort if your baby is unsettled. Similarly, everything you eat can directly or indirectly affect your baby. For this reason, you should pay attention to your own diet and keep it balanced. There is not much to say about sleep, except that the sleep-wake cycle, sleeping at night and staying awake during the day, is beginning to form. Your baby may sleep for longer stretches, even up to 3, 4, or 5 hours. Do not be afraid this duration may increase beyond 5 hours over time. For babies whose socialization efforts begin around week 6, baby carriers become increasingly important to support social development. I strongly recommend that everyone get one. A baby carrier can be thought of like a pouch that supports the baby in front, allowing them to face you or outward. While moving, you maintain skin-to-skin contact, and your baby stays with you in a secure environment while you go about your activities. This is very important. However, when using a baby carrier, you must ensure that it is worn correctly and that all safety measures are taken. You need to understand exactly how it works. If it is not properly secured, even a small issue can make your baby uncomfortable or unsafe. While trying to do something good, you could unintentionally cause harm, so be careful. For example, if you are ironing, cooking over a flame, or frying something with hot oil, do not use a baby carrier. In such situations, place your baby in a safe environment, finish your task, and then pick up your baby again. Now, since this is the last video of the weekly series, I will share some final important points, after which the content will continue on a monthly basis. In the following situations, you should see a doctor immediately. First, fever. If your baby has a fever, you should always see a doctor. If your baby is under 3 months old and has a fever, medical attention is mandatory. Second, vomiting. If your baby has severe vomiting or green-colored vomit, bile, you should see a doctor. I am not talking about stool here. Stool can be green, especially if your baby has a runny nose and swallows mucus, but green vomit, frequent vomiting, or large amounts of vomiting require medical evaluation. Third, coughing. If your baby coughs repeatedly 7, 8, 10 times in a row, what we call a whooping type cough, your baby may have whooping cough, which is more common in the first 2 months of life. You should see a doctor. Fourth, bloody diarrhea. Again, you must seek medical care. If your baby seems unwell, you should go to the doctor immediately. Do not wait at home. The first 3 months are a very critical period. I am saying my final words and closing the video. Be careful, but stay calm. These periods are truly beautiful moments. Once they pass, they will never come back. So enjoy them, be attentive, be patient, and do not expect everything to be resolved immediately, because some things take time. That's all for now. Take care, see you soon. Goodbye.